universally loved by the 2,500 high school students he had served. All that was good and fine, but virtually meaningless to Genoa, until that fateful day when she passed him in the hallway. He had smiled at her and said, "Hi, Genoa, how's it going?" She had been so stunned. She hadn't answered, running away, her face burning as she thought, why would Dr. Ben know my name? The second time she passed him, she still didn't answer back when he asked, "How's it going?" but at least she didn't exactly run away. It was more like a fast step that converted into a trot once he was safely down the hall. The third time, she looked down and mumbled something. By the sixth time, she managed to mumble a "hi" back, although she still couldn't make eye contact without her cheeks turning bright red. Their first, last, and only actual face-to-face conversation happened when she was a junior. Genoa had been called into his office. She had been so nervous that she felt her bladder leaking into her cotton underwear. She wore thick, baggy jeans and a sweatshirt, and her frizzy hair had been pulled back into a thick, unwieldy ponytail. "Sit down, Genoa," he told her. "How are you doing today?" She couldn't answer. He looked serious, and she was too anxiety-riddled to ask what she did wrong. "I just wanted to tell you that we got your scores back from the PSAT." She managed a nod, and he said, "I'm sure by now that you know that you're a phenomenal student. I'm thrilled to report that you got the highest score in the school. You got the highest score, period. A perfect 1,600. She was still too frightened to talk. Her heart was pumping out of her chest, and her face felt as if it had been burned by 1,000 heat lamps. Sweat was pouring off her forehead, dripping down her nose. She quickly wiped away the drops and hoped he didn't notice, but of course he probably did. "Do you know how unusual that is?" Little went on. Genoa knew it was unusual. She was painfully aware of how unusual she was. "I just called you in today because I wanted to say congratulations in person. I expect big things from you, young lady." Genoa had a vague recollection of muttering a thank you. Dr. Ben had smiled at her. It had been a big smile with big white teeth. He raked back his sandy blonde hair and tried to make eye contact with her, his eyes so perfectly blue that she couldn't look at them without being breathless. He said, "People are all different, Genoa. Some are short, some are tall, some are musical, some are artistic, and the rarefied few, like you, are endowed with incredible brain power. That head of yours is going to carry you through life, young lady. It's like the old tortoise and the hare story. You're going to get there, Genoa. You're going to get there, and I firmly believe you're going to surpass all your classmates, because you have the one organ that can't be fixed by plastic surgery." No comment. His words fell into dead air. Little said, "You're going to get there, Genoa. You just have to wait for the world to catch up to you." Dr. Ben stood up. "Congratulations again. We, at North Valley High, are all very proud of you. You can tell your parents, but please keep it quiet until the official scores are mailed." Genoa stood and nodded. Little smiled again. "You can go now." 10 years later, from her cushy office on the 14th floor looking over Silicon Valley, about to take her morning hot cocoa, Genoa Greeves opened the San Jose Mercury News and read about Dr. Ben's horrific execution-style homicide. If she would have been capable of crying, she would have done so. His words, the only encouraging words she had received in high school, rang through her brain. She followed the story closely. The articles that followed emphasized that Bennett Alston Little didn't appear to have an enemy in the world. Progress on the case, slow even in the beginning, seemed to grind to a halt 6 months later. There were a few persons of interest. It should have been people of interest, Genoa thought, but nothing of any significance.